Hey guys, welcome back to another What If It. Today we're doing part 10 to What If Naruto was born with a kitsune genkai. If you don't know what happened last part, there'll be a link in the description down below which takes you to a playlist where you can watch all the previous parts in order. Also guys, I'm just going to say right now that this probably isn't going to be an hour long What If, due to somewhat fact that I was had gotten up a lot earlier than I usually do, and sorry, just somewhat a lack of sleep due to the fact that I had to go shopping with my dad. So yes, sorry for the somewhat shorter 30-40 minute long what if, but somewhat hopefully part 11 tomorrow should be an hour 20, hour 30, 2 hours long, so normal time, normal length. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Well, yeah, on this subject. Anyway then, so though somebody Naruto would do what somebody told Kara once they had gotten back to sooner, they had they had of course celebrated Gaara's return, and Sakura was currently somewhat operating on Kankro to deal with the poison. And yeah, of course, though Kekkai somewhat would stop by and would somewhat give Sakura a more pure kind of poisoned, somewhat poisoned, as he pretty much had the tip from Sasori's pretty much puppet out of shell. And yeah, anyway, yeah, somewhat. So Sakura would be somewhat working on poison. Yeah, now somewhat Gaara and Naruto would though the medic ninjas would try and obviously keep that Kaisuke somewhat in there, though Kekkai would tell them that Naruto was going to somewhat help him out, and that Gaara would be back here. Though they kind of just somewhat looked at him, and though they'd somewhat look at Gaara, and Gaara would somewhat nod and would state that Naruto would fix his seal so that he could finally sleep. The medic ninja and that would go wide-eyed and would just somewhat nod and would yeah, of course somewhat Tamari would hear that, and once, yeah, she'd of course somewhat had chat pretty much her brother head to toe, and yeah, and once he definitely looked once he was definitely somewhat tired and very much could literally use a general good night's sleep. She's somewhat thankful that Naruto, fingers crossed, or at least for her, she would be able to provide would be able to actually fix his seal. And yeah, they would go, and somewhat an hour later Naruto would be coming back holding somewhat Gaara on his back, as somewhat Tamari would somewhat someone look at Naruto and go, he's fine. The somewhat it was somewhat painful for somewhat him, as the construction of a seal is somewhat quite painful, but it's done, and somewhat Shikaku should never be able to somewhat affect Gaara again. Though Gaara would be able to use some of its chakra, and they would be able to talk to one another. But yeah, though he won't be able to somewhat send Gaara mad, or like somewhat he did. Tamari would just somewhat nod and ask what if Gaara somewhat just lost control, and now just say, that's safety measure now, which would somewhat immediately somewhat it pretty much the one good thing about Gaara was that, of course, if say Gaara did lose control, if you just woke him up, it would reseal Shikaku, so the seal takes a part of that. So in the emergency that Gaara is indeed knocked out, it would send a jolt of a small but very much noticeable jolt of electricity, somewhat enough to obviously not do really anything to him, but enough to kind of jolt enough that he'd wake up, kind of be startled, and the seal would then obviously somewhat functions would kick in and would be able to reseal Shikaku. Though she'd somewhat nod and would somewhat thank him. And yeah, though that was something else. Naruto also had embedded into the seal the Flying Thunder God V2, while V1 and V2 his teleportation mark, so that if Gal was in a life or death situation, it would trigger somewhat pretty much acting like a massive beacon for Naruto, telling, hey, you need to get your ass over here right now. And yeah, though they would of course somewhat stay a day or so as but yeah, and of course somewhat Sakura did figure out the antidote for the poison and would do so. And yeah, and well, yeah, soon I would go to give Naruto the money for Sasori, but Naruto would just turn it down, stating that he didn't want it, and that though they would be of course adamant, and eventually of course they won, and Naruto ended up taking Sasori's bounty. And yeah, from there on the way back, Kakashi would drop off Deidara's body, and though he would go to once more go, well, this is also though Naruto would go, no, I just helped you, Sensei. I already have mine, that's yours. Yeah, though Sakura would somewhat feel a bit left out, but though yeah, this was more of a kind of, and this was more of a mission for those two than somewhat her, and more so even Naruto. Heck, she knew, even Kakashi knew Naruto could have easily soloed this. It's just the fact that Tsunade is just hoping to form the team right now, somewhat just, then when she did, and of course, while she could have easily sent Naruto, there's obviously a chance that there may have been 4 or 6 or all of them, 8, 10 of them, and yeah, he didn't want to obviously just purely hope that Naruto could take on 10S rank Shinobi's all by himself. And yeah, so she'd somewhat sent those two, though. Yeah. And anyway, though one thing was for sure, was that Sakura had, or at least realised, well, no, not yet, not the time. Yeah, though they would go back to Konoha after some of the days, and yeah, they would arrive back, and they would report, they would report back to Tsunade, and she just nod, and would yeah. And from there, she'd tell them that, well, yeah, just have this day off, and then, to have tomorrow off. They would nod, though Sakura, though they would somewhat leave, and Sakura would go, well, so I guess I'll be going to the hospital tomorrow. Sakura would say, though, Kakashi would say, well, no. Sakura would go, huh, but, somewhat, to, somewhat Lady Tsunade and Kakashi go, somewhat, Hokage-sama had just somewhat, say to take a break from somewhat doing missions. That doesn't mean you can get out of training Sakura. Her, I wasn't. Was oh, well, it more sounded like you seemed to somewhat be more interested in the hospital than training. I wonder if you even want to somewhat want to be equals on somewhat Sasuke and Naruto, and should send Kakashi somewhat of a grand go. You saying I'm not? Well, Kakashi should think for a second before going, yes, that's what I'm saying now. Sakura, all you've done for somewhat the 2 years and so was mainly focused on medical ninjutsu. You haven't focused on your physical strength in school. What part I've got is like, yeah, what you can do once you run out of chocolate, Sakura. Just what yell out for Naruto or Sasuke to come and save you. Yell out for me. Somewhat yell out for someone who's got more chocolate than you. Somewhat, if you don't start properly training, and it's why Tsunade doesn't want to train you, Sakura, is because she sees just a medic. She doesn't see a fighting medic, a medic that will go to the front lines, risk her own life to save her comrades. No, she just sees a medic that will happily sit back and cone her somewhat as the fight goes on, heal the people to the best of their of their abilities, and somewhat let the other people fight their potential somewhat, or at least past teammates. Yeah, that's what she sees in you. It's a medic, and she doesn't see a fighter, someone who will fight. She just sees a medic, someone who will not fight. And that would somewhat be kind of stand out. That should kind of turn to Naruto to kind of somewhat, and Naruto would somewhat look around and go, sorry Sakura, but Sensei is somewhat correct there. She does only really see you as someone who will somewhat only ever kind of truly put your all into medical ninjutsu and nothing else. It's why she really hasn't bothered to kind of train you, and why only Shizune is somewhat Shizune-chan is the one that trains you. Sakura would somewhat would then somewhat look down as, well, like, damn it, she's somewhat Konoichi, what does she expect, and though she'd somewhat kind of shake her own head to get her dark thoughts out of her head as, oh, yeah, that was true, but, well, yeah, somewhat, those should go, well, then how am I meant to get stronger, Sensei? Go, well, weights, and, run around while weights, do push-ups with weights on. Literally, the heavier you are, the more your muscles have to work. And yeah, though, of course, moderation of weights are necessarily, because if you put too much on, you're just going to snap every possible muscle. Well, I believe. I'm no medic after all. Kakashi someone would say, and Sakura just roll her eyes, though. Kakashi did have a point there. And yeah. Though somewhat Naruto looked like he, or at least was wanted to say something, but wouldn't. As somewhat Naruto had somewhat ended up kind of making a restrictive somewhat CLA, so that just kind of like when you say you go to just somewhat say make a fist, like it feels like you've got rubber bands that are yanking somewhat opposite somewhat of the direction that gets very, and it's like just hard to do so. Yeah, it's like every literal single tiny muscle that you may not even realise you use somewhat in a fight gets stronger. And yeah, but of course also somewhat gets stronger but also flexible at the same time. Or at least for Naruto it does. As one thing Tsunade did also hammer into said blonde's head was somewhat flexibility is also somewhat key. If you just training your somewhat speed and strength, your body's slowly going to build up a resistance to being flexible, to such a point that when you start trying to learn how to be flexible, you'll probably end up losing muscle mass. But if you end up doing it in the beginning, and of course working somewhat, maybe you say with some weights, or in Naruto's case restrictive seals, somewhat of course somewhat you'd gain in strength and flexibility. Yeah, the muscles will be flexible yet strong and powerful. Yeah, strong overall for a higher top speed and powerful for the somewhat for obviously somewhat punches to crit. Yeah. And so that's somewhat so that day this day and the next day would be just training for team. Well, yeah, they would just somewhat train together, Kekkai didn't even want to try and imagine something like Naruto's kind of workout routine. And yeah, because after all, some like Tsunade kind of done that, and well, yeah, though of course Naruto would only be there half somewhat day as the other half. Somewhat Naruto would go to somewhat Tsunade for somewhat his more actual kind of training. Of course, he somewhat was grown stronger as a team. It's just that obviously the training that they were doing was more kind of spent for somewhat to push Sakura and more help Naruto with overall just repetitive and somewhat just repetitive movements, which he could already just deal with somewhat doing the same movement over and over and over again. Yeah, again, one of the early things Tsunade beat into his head. And though they would seemingly continue to train somewhat for a week, which, though whilst Kekkai trained Sakura for a week, Naruto would end up going on some, or at least a solo somewhat mission. This one somewhat being a normal, not really exactly, normal in the sense of just normal mission, not normal for Naruto, as it'd be his second ever somewhat seduction base mission. Pretty much. The mission had somewhat, that Tsunade gave somewhat Naruto was that apparently a person had been somewhat stalking some of the nightclub somewhat women, and whilst none of them have gone missing yet, the women have reported that constantly, and of course so this Naruto's job would obviously somewhat be to go somewhat obviously into the nightclub and to somewhat actually work that as one of the somewhat nightclub dancers, and to somewhat use a shinobi instinct to trained shinobi instincts to find the person and to try and somewhat similarly be one of the person that person tracks, when the girls start the person tracks, and if that does happen, that speed should be more than great enough to capture said person and bring him into the authorities for stalking. And yeah, and well, yeah, so that's what someone now would somewhat do, should go, well, yeah, should somewhat arrive there, and after somewhat learning somewhat of the somewhat general shift, and well, yeah, the somewhat shift and that, and yeah, though somewhat should nod and was kind of somewhat fine with that, and yeah, though after yeah, somewhat though kind of shown in the somewhat though should obviously somewhat yeah, would be able to at least, though the person would go, oh well, we probably, well, somewhat we do have shoes stuff in your size, don't really have anything kind of like in your like clothes size, though afterwards those should just it's no problem, just show me what they generally wear or what's acceptable somewhat wear, and I can actually alter my clothes to somewhat to be somewhat like that. The person someone would be surprised and would nod, and yeah, and somewhat a week would go, and well, not a week would go by, actually it would only take 2 days for the person to start stalking Naruto, though Naruto decided to not immediately, go for a person, because what if the person was a somewhat maybe once was a shinobi, and maybe a clone based technique or that, and yeah, so yeah, though that would somewhat go on for at least another somewhat 2 more days, when she'd finally would capture the person and do exactly that with the said person. So what's in the captured would come on to somewhat do it one more time. The somewhat believe 6th day, or at least somewhat night, and having no other person seemingly try go simply for trying to track all that, and none of the girls for the somewhat first time reported known like they didn't feel like anyone was follow them. Naruto had got a mission complete, and yeah, so she went back to Konoha, and yeah, even though it was somewhat under seduction, mainly due to the somewhat the very much kind of reveal, the somewhat very much revealing close to this point where supposed to have private dance rooms where somebody's done either normal for them to either stay clothed, or either take off that, or to straight up just somewhat dance completely naked. So yeah, why it's considered more of a seduction based mission, and yeah. So now someone just wished I was more Kenochi to actually do this kind of mission. So, because obviously both somewhat Shinobi and Konoichi have that roles to play in the Shinobi somewhat world, and if because males had to start playing the female roles as well, there's something wrong either in your Shinobi village or just in the Shinobi system as a whole. And yeah, somewhat case in point, Sakura is still kind of in the mind, heck, most Chunin Konoichi were in the mindset of that they would never spread their legs for anyone except for their person they love, their husband, their boyfriend, or that, which was stupid. Yeah, Naruto had, Naruto had got some on, not exactly on record, though Tsunade did know the amount of very much penises that Naruto has very much taken into her vagina. Yeah, mainly due to the fact there was a set number that was required to be able to actually do seduction-based missions. Once Naruto obviously found that out, she'd pretty much sent a glare to Tsunade and then somewhat complaining to her that she, if she had told her something this sooner, she would have done it sooner, pretty much. Yeah, Naruto's more somewhat kind of, Tsunade realised that if it's something that you probably think Naruto would freak out about, Naruto probably wouldn't, and would more or less freak her out the longer you don't tell her or him. So, yeah. Anyway, though, somewhat that next mission, though they would get would be a somewhat slightly similar mission, which was that somewhat women from, well, it's not just women but even men are feeling like they're being stalked, and this was from a somewhat a more adult, obviously somewhat club. Not exactly nightclub, though it was somewhat of a nightclub, and also what Tsunade, would tell, somewhat nightclub, and also pretty much, I can't remember what it's called, but, pretty much sex place as well, kind of mixed together, so pretty much pay the dancers enough money and they may say private dance and pay them somewhat enough even more, they may take you to an even more private soundproof area or sort of room where you can then of course have sex with them. And of course somewhat Naruto, I don't think actually somewhat read through the scroll, and somewhat the look in Tsunade's eyes kind of told him that, I don't care, you're going to be taking this, somewhat, and she kind of sent a quick eye glance to Sakura, which told the two that I'm mainly doing it for her, so she gets out of the stupid mindset of somewhat that, and because Sakura could very much easily, somewhat mind could easily be shattered the second somebody else's penis entered her vagina. Of course, she had a crush on Sasuke, she only wants Sasuke's somewhat penis to enter somewhat her, but if somebody else's did, well, her mind would probably just shatter and crumble, and that, her first wasn't Sasuke, and that now her past Sasuke may think that she's a whore or a slut or something like that. You're about, sorry Sakura, but you're a shinobi, more so a Konoichi, so this is relatively normal for the ones that are somewhat the ones that are considered official Jonin, that are pretty much I'd like to say there are more so like three kind of Konoichi ranks within Jonin. There's somewhat two. There's the obviously somewhat normal Jonin, which most, or at least like the Hokage would more or less consider a unofficial Konoichi Jonin. Those are ones that actually haven't accepted somewhat or have done any somewhat seduction based missions. The ones that have are generally considered official Jonin, and ones that the Hokage can trust the most. Also, all Anbu Konoichi must also have must somewhat do annually a somewhat seduction missions, as they are somewhat Anbu, they're somewhat elites. They could be somewhat being raped as torture or something else. So yeah, they had to do that annually. So most Konoichi, like, if they, were obviously going into some of the Anbu, thinking, oh yeah, someone will get even stronger and be able to, protect Konoha from shadows. Yeah, you'll also be having sex quite somewhat a lot as well. Anyway, yeah. Though of course the place wasn't just, though some of the mission, or this place obviously didn't just have women to have sex, like men. Like, men were also, of course, high there, because men and women both went into the club. And said it was kind of a somewhat pseudo night club slash kind of sex place. So both men and women worked there and danced. Pretty much one pole women, one pole men. So there are 2 poles. One for men, one for women, both marked with an M or an F. Well, yeah. MA for male and FM for female. And yeah, afterwards, they would after some of course, Sakura herself would somewhat like a pole. There's someone would Sanada would obviously somewhat obviously give them a rough breakdown, and Sakura would go play Sanada, you can't be serious, and she'd look at Sakura and go, well, you're Kunoichi Sakura, deal with it. Yeah, somewhat Konoichi are very much used to, or at least official Jonin Konoichi are very much used to spreading their legs to get the mission done. And you can ask that, Naruto hasn't exactly taken any of those base missions yet, so this would in a way technically be a fuss, wouldn't it? Naruto would just would not go, well, mission wise, yes, otherwise no. So I could start Naruto and go, what you actually have had. It's like, I've had so much sex, Sakura. It's how one pretty much truly becomes a true kind of trusted Jonin Konoichi in Konoha. You pretty much have to be fucked. And somehow I did it to be, and to somewhat have somewhat to truly be able to protect Konoha no matter what. That plus, we could always be kidnapped and then raped, and then somewhat, it's like, you'd probably easily break due to the fact you've never had so much sex before. I, on the other hand, had it many times before, and it would be a lot harder for me to break than someone who's never spreaded their legs before to complete a mission. So I could go, but no, that's Sakura. That's why you're not Jonin either, pretty much, in some way. Though, some are actually all kind of medic names besides from Tsunade were pretty much Chunin, and really only Chunin because they tended to focus more on the healing aspect and not fighting / healing aspect. So that's why. Anyway, so they would head on out to somewhat do the mission, and somewhat after, of course, they would get some spare clothes and that. Though Naruto mainly somewhat spare underwear and that. Though and a decent amount of money, mainly to be able to go to such a place and be able to buy some clothes there, and then somewhat alter them to liking, or at least somewhat what would be considered allowed there, and yeah. And somewhat after 15-20 minutes, they would all be at the front gates, and as they would leave 2.5, 3 hours later, they would arrive at the town. And yeah, they somewhat after somewhat finding the place, Kakashi would somewhat knock at the door, as it would be of course somewhat shut, though somewhat guy would go and somewhat open the door and go, so we're currently somewhat close, you're gonna have to come back at somewhat night, should say, though just as she's about to shut the door, Kakashi go, while we're somewhat shinobi, we were somewhat hired to do this mission, somewhat to somewhat about seemingly stalkers and that for both men and women. The guy would immediately somewhat immediately stop and would open the door somewhat once more and would ask simply for proof, and while Sakura would, or at least was about to open her mouth, like headband was more than proof, but Kakashi would hold out the mission scroll and would somewhat partially open it. The film would read out and go, yeah, come in. Yeah, of course, Kakashi had seen Sakura about to open her mouth, which told him that he, obviously somewhat proof didn't mean, headbands could easily be forged. The actual mission scroll was hard proof. Yeah, headbands didn't mean nothing hack. They would even be more than willing to hire missing nin. If they were ninja, they were ninja. They didn't really care as long as that problem went away, really. So yeah, that's pretty much how it generally went with civilian and shinobi. They didn't care about the headband. Yeah, the hard proof that you was hide was always the scroll. And yeah, it seemed like Sakura had forgotten about that, though understandable. Again, she spent most of her time in the hospital, so yeah. And though they'd arrive, and yeah, the person would obviously ask, though Kakashi would state that it'd be fine to somewhat obviously hand out refreshments and dance, but that's it, nothing greater. It's somewhat would nod, Naruto would go, somewhat Naruto would just shrug and would go, meh. Somewhat I don't really somewhat care. Naruto would stand, you'd somewhat just nod, so you're somewhat willing to spread your legs, shinobi, can reach you, shinobi-san, hi. Somewhat Naruto would say, the person would somewhat nod and would look over at Sakura, would somewhat go up and would state that she was kind of like Kakashi should be able to hand out refreshments and somewhat be kind of a maid and dance, but that was it. Yeah, the person would not, and yeah, from there, though he'd then, he'd somewhat go and though he'd ask if any of them have had prior experience, Kakashi. Not really, no, I'd presume Kakashi probably wouldn't have, due to the chunk of his Anbu career, the chunk of his shinobi career outside of the war, the third shinobi war was Anbu, so I'd presume no. So Kakashi would shake his head, Sakura would also somewhat shake her head, Naruto would go, yeah, somewhat just a week ago, just a couple of days ago, got out, just came from one. The fashion would be slightly surprised, but I would nod. And yeah, so though you'd call some male and female to show, right? No, yeah, you'd show them about the place as you then you'd somewhat call. Well, yeah, you'd go with some obviously with capacity to him, so you fit it out and yeah, a female would come up to somewhat the with to Nato and Sakura to get them somewhat clothes fitted and that. And yeah, though somewhat this time though Nato wouldn't have to use her pretty much bloodline limit to manipulate the clothes. They would actually have somewhat some. Yeah, those Sakura would of course go right red and ask if there are any different clothes, which should the person would shake her head and go, oh no, these are some what's allowed here. Sakura would somewhat go somewhat red due to the very much revealing skin type clothing, and yeah, and so I'm going to leave it at that, guys. So if you have liked this part, tell me in the comments down below. Again, sorry for this being short on the tide side, so I probably won't end up remembering this mission, but oh well. Yeah, guys, have a good day or night, depending on wherever you are, whenever you watch this, and good